So you can open up for a word of prayer, and there's refreshments there, so you can help yourself as we go through things. But let's go before the Lord. Well, Father God, we thank you for this day, Lord God. We thank you that you are with us, Lord Jesus, and that we can just spend this time, Lord God, exploring something that can really just bless the children, Lord God, in the classroom, and just be able to walk deeper in the calling that you have for each and every one of us. I thank you so much for my dear sister, Mary Jean, who's sharing today, Lord God. I pray that you would anoint her words, Lord God, and that you would just bring forth all the information that you want with clarity, Lord God, and that you would help us to really walk this out in a very tangible way in the classroom, Lord God. And I thank you for Mark, Lord God, who's tech support. So, Father God, we pray that all would go well with that. And we thank you for all the things that you do and just how you just bless us in the big and the small ways, Lord God. And so we rejoice in your name, and we look forward to what you have for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Well, thank you, Michelle. And I work right down the street at Ruth Washburn Cooperative Nursery School, and I've worked there for next year will be my 19th year. And I love children, I love the Lord, and I thank you all for coming, and I thank Michelle for letting me come. And the reason why I'm here is because our school is implementing Pyramid Plus approach. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Good. Well, here's your chance. And what it is, and my goal is to inform you of that. And I teach the older 3 class, and I also teach they call the re-explore class, and that's just 18 months to 24, and it's 45 minutes, and it's with the parents. And then also this year I'm being certified as a coach with Pyramid Plus. And so that's like taking 3 college courses. It's intense. And so one of my responsibilities is to inform other people, and I thought Michelle's working with the preschool department in the church, and so along with what you give to the children, what I value immensely is the spiritual content, but also I feel like God created us with feelings, and He wants us to feel our feelings and to know that feelings are neither right or wrong, but it's what we do with our feelings. And so that's the reason why I'm here today. And oops, how do I do it, love?
Just swipe.
Oh.
You're okay.
Oh, but the thing went blank. See? Sorry, I touch things and they...
That's totally understand.
I was like, Michael B.
Michael B. is the go-to.
Just touch it. Oh, okay. And so I also want to say special thanks to our pyramid funders. And what these are the ones that grant us the grants, that we have the centers, that train the leaders, that train the trainers. And so we want to thank them. That's the Child Welfare, the Colorado Health Foundation, and you can read them. We're very indebted to them. And then, okay. All right. Then the local funders is the Colorado Springs, is an implementation community of the Pyramid Plus Center, and that's our school. That's one of them. So implementation is where we put into practice what the Pyramid Plus teaches. And then Alliance for Kids and the Positive Outcomes, and that's a couple that deal with behavior, challenges in children and have a positive outcome. And then there's a person, Lois Arndt, that deals with people and children in trauma, that have a severe trauma. She really helps them. So we thank them for that. Okay. And then the presentation objectives are, we want you to understand the history and the role of the Pyramid Plus Center. The participants will understand the tiered, because what it is, it's like a pyramid, and so you'll understand as I go on. And so also the participants will understand the connection between increasing their skills with intentional teaching, and that's like when you teach children, it's really important that you have a thought in mind of like how to teach them friendship skills, because people aren't born with knowing, oh, I know how to be a friend, I know how to give, I know how to share. They don't know how to do that. So that's what they mean by intentional teaching. So why do you, just to give you, why do you feel it would be important to teach children or relate with children on a social, emotional level? Have any thoughts on that?
Because it's part of who we are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very big component, and like you said, a lot of times, that's not something that you get taught. There's not a course for, how to be a friend.
Right.
Or how to interact with people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of kids probably, especially school, may be the first time they're outside of their immediate family setting or whatever. So
Yeah.
We want to all get along.
That's right. Good thoughts. Does anybody have any other ideas? Yeah.
Especially with them coming here to our classes. I mean, that might be the only really big social interaction they get once a week. And
Okay.
they're not going to preschool.
Yeah.
So in order for our classes to be successful and the kids to be able to hear what we're trying to tell them about the Lord and how He loves them and
Right.
and all that, they've got to be able to interact with us in a social aspect, like student-teacher relationship, but also just peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to do that a lot of times. They're learning those things.
Well, good.
They're learning how to share, not hit your friend because you took your ball.
There we go.
Right.
That's what my son's learning right now.
No, very good. I like that. Did you have a thought?
Oh, yeah, just the emotional connection, the children are more likely to listen and connect.
Exactly. But when you have that trust and that relationship, you're more open, right? Good. And when I was growing up, I was only able to feel one feeling, and that was happy. If I was sad, I couldn't feel sad. If I was mad, that was disrespectful. And so that's one of the things that really has drawn me into this program, because I think when like you see in the media with the professional athletes, how, but that one person for the Super Bowl, he lost, and he was, I'm not going to say who his name, I don't even remember his name, but he was on camera, and he was so upset, he just was so rude, just turned around and walked away, and didn't, and so, I really see the value in the social emotional, that you need to learn to deal with your feelings in the right way. Because there's a right way and there's a wrong way, and so that's my pull for this, that I really like that. Okay. Alrighty, the Pyramid Center overall goal is to ensure high fidelity implementation in early care and educational services in 2 national models. So what that means is that they want to provide, train, coach, teachers, providers with people who work with 0 to 5. And I really think this is the first time that we've ever gone into a Christian setting. And so thank you for letting me come in. Although this is not Christian based, but I think it has good value in it. It has a lot of evidence-based, which means they put a lot of data, they do a lot of research, and so they know what works and what doesn't work. And the pyramid model is promoting the social and emotional competence. And also the number 2 is the special quest, is where they also want to incorporate special needs children within the regular setting, whether it be challenging behavior, whether it be heart, hearing loss or blind. They want to incorporate everybody. And I was thinking, that's what God wanted to do too. He wanted to incorporate everybody, not just the normal people or the regular, but they want to include everybody. All right.
Swipe.
Swipe. Okay, you can do it. There we go. Why is this important to implement into my community? Okay, here at the Children's Church, do you ever experience a child or children with challenging behavior? Oh. Yes, that is very prevalent, so how do you respond to that? How do you relate to that? What do you do?
We just talk about the rules in the room and try to get them to understand what's appropriate, what's not. we need to share with our friends because we all work together.
Okay.
So just try to talk with them and kind of reason with them a little bit as much as you can, or however old they are.
Well, good. Any other ideas on how you deal with challenging behavior? What?
I used to tell them that, we have we don't put them in corners or anything like that, but I would have them sit at the table. If we're on the road time, which is likely road time, I'd have them sit at the table and then I'd tell them, well, you're going to have to explain to your parents why you're sitting there at the table.
Okay. All right. In this, in my class this year, it's been a very challenging class, and so I really have learned to implement a lot of the things that I'm learning, and one of the things is like behavioral expectations. That's really important to help the children with that. And also, there's a really cool article that I'm going to give you all that it says behavior is the way that children communicate. And so, if they're behaving in an unconventional way, they're communicating something to you, like their needs are not met, they're hungry, they're bored. So I think if you have that in mind, that their behavior, because at 0 to 5, sometimes they don't have the words, So if you look at, that their behavior, they're telling you something. And so I do have an article, but I'll give it to you later because we need to go on. All right. Okay, prevalence data. So we all know that social and emotional development of young children is important and should be their priority, not here, but because I know that God is the most important priority. But the statistics show us, this is really scary, that when teachers, go out to teaching, that they don't have the education for challenging behavior. And that most likely, preschool children are the most expelled. Isn't that horrible? Then K through 12. That's the data, and I think that is so. I know a little boy from my school was asked, and I was so devastated by that. But so that's something that we need to put into, that we don't want that to happen. We don't want to expel them. We want to work with them and have the outcome be good. All right.
Like in our setting,
Yeah.
when we encounter challenging behaviors, we put the numbers up so the parents have to come. So I mean, that's the equivalent of being expelled. And that stuff is that after we've tried to redirect them, or maybe a timeout, or talk to them and stuff, very challenging behavior ultimately results in them not being able to be in the classroom setting.
Yeah.
This is very relatable.
Yeah, and which is so sad because that's where they need to be. That's where they need to be in and learning about God and His love and your love for them. And I just, ugh. But that's the other reason behind this is that we want to help all the children all over. Okay, the pyramid model to from pyramid model to Pyramid Plus Center in Colorado. So this is the history. So you can, oops, that's not it, is it? Is that it?
No.
Nope. Let me go one more. There we go. So this is the history, and it started in 2001. And I'll just let you read over it just a little bit. I'm not going to quote it because it would be kind of boring. So go ahead and take a look. And then the pyramid work history. So this is also like important information that they have about, who started and how it's funded and their history and who they work with. And I think it's really cool that they work with the children with disabilities, that they want to include them too. All right. So then 11. Okay, the recent Pyramid Plus Center in 2010, they received a grant from the Colorado Health Foundation, which is a 3-year extension, was granted in the fall. So a lot of our funding is grants. So that's one of the reasons why we want to present to everybody so they hear about this and they can come on board.